Hello, thanks for joining me. Today I want to do another collection-related video. What I got was some universal game cases. You can just print out a cover for them. I got these from the Cover Project. There's definitely a lot of covers up there for Nintendo systems, but even on the Nintendo systems, it's missing covers, and it's especially missing covers on some of the other things. Like I have 3 Sega Master System games. I couldn't find covers for those at all. But I printed one out here for Mischief Makers. And this is actually made by Treasure, who are a pretty well-known developer, and it seems like they've certainly had games on Sega system, but they've also been good to Nintendo, I think, and put some stuff on there. So Mischief Makers is a pretty cool one. I also printed out a cover for Hey You Pikachu, and I do have the microphone that comes with this. I haven't actually really played this very much, but somehow I just like, if I see a game that, especially if it's like used and I'm just sort of collecting stuff, like anything really quirky that sticks out that has some sort of odd peripheral really catches my attention. This is really the main game that I got for my N64 that I used to play back when I first got an N64. Very good memories of this game. Here's another one. Aiden Chronicles. Another one I got back in the day. It just looked like it's an RPG. I figured, hey. And I got a box and manual and insert for Ogre Battle 64. Now this is unlike these, which are just printouts and in like a plastic box. This is just one of these video game protectors over an original box. This is an original box, and I own the game. I owned the game already. I managed to find this separately, and something just felt good about completing this. So I'm actually really happy to have this now complete. The Genesis games didn't fare as well. I do have a lot of Genesis games that are still unboxed, but I did print out a cover for 6-pack and for Sonic and Knuckles, which I think is really neat. I have Sonic 2, and just the fact that you can like plug the cartridge into Sonic and Knuckles and play, I just think is really neat. I had a loose Metal Combat. I've owned more Super Nintendo games than I own now. I currently only have like 3 maybe, and I think all of them are for the Super Scope, because I want to have the Super Scope, and so it's silly for me to have it and not have games for it. But it's not really one of my main collections, but it's cool to have. Also, I got a case here that I printed out for Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. It's kind of a must-have for the NES. So in order to get these to fit in here, you really have to modify these carts, or these cases. So what I did was a little bit inelegant. I do have a Dremel, and I probably could have like Dremeled these out, but I was lazy, so I took some like wire clippers that are actually angled pretty well for me to be able to get in here and clip these bits out. And then I used some pliers to just sort of like break them off once I'd clipped a bunch of it out. So there's like jagged plastic edge on all these spots there, where you really have to get these out of the way to be able to fit one of these cartridges in there. It's just, you got to do that. They're just going to be sitting on a shelf, so I don't think it's going to harm the games. Tetris II, I don't know why I kept this game, but I just think it's neat. I actually was at a local game shop and I saw it for $10 in the box. And I don't know, I actually might go back and pick it up, but somehow I was more interested in completing my loose copy than I was in buying a boxed copy. Because again, it's not necessarily that I want this boxed so much, it's just that I own it, and I want it like a little more complete. I want it a little nicer. I don't want to like get it in the box and then sell the cartridge. I sort of just wanted a nicer presentation for it. Also, and for this one, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! I did have a really cool set of unlicensed games for the NES, but I found that it didn't bring me a lot of joy. It was a pretty cool collection, but I ended up getting rid of it, and I don't miss it. Somehow these games, for some reason make me happy. I have fond memories of playing them, so I know that those are something that I want to keep. But very excited to be sort of making my collection a little bit nicer than it used to be, and I just wanted to share that with everybody so you could see the stuff that I got that I'm excited about. Hope that you'll join me again soon, and thanks for watching.